What is up, everybody? Welcome to Movie Rewind. And what Movie Rewind is, guys, it's just me taking a look back at some of your favorite movies, maybe your not so favorite movie. The only criteria I have that's set in place is that the movies are 2 years or older. Alright, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. This is a movie rewind of none other than Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang, and today I got here, like always, to speak about movies with me. I got my wife, Melissa. Hey.
Hey, what is up?
What's Gucci with you? Nothing?
Oh, nothing much.
Really? Shaking my head. All right, y'all. So, Mel, to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Tell everybody what Pootie Tang is about, won't ya?
Pootie Tang is the ultimate superhero, a cool, walking, smooth, talking ladies man.
Mm-hmm.
Pootie is a hero and a role model to all the kids of the neighborhood. Everyone looks up to Pootie except evil Dick Lecter, CEO of Lecter Corp, a company that makes cigarettes, alcohol, and fast food. Pootie shows cool determination and strength to prevail over Lecters and his minions.
And when did this movie come out, man? I forgot to
2001.
say what?
2001.
2001? I think so too. I think so. You want to check it? You check it. Check it.
2001. I was correct.
Hey, okay. All right. So you guys asked for it, and we're about to deliver. Pootie Tang.
All right.
Shamate, shamata, da da da, shi da da sta.
Namaste.
What?
Namaste.
Oh yeah. Look at you.
Oh, he really says that?
A little bit. I think so.
Oh, I just said that. I don't know if he really says that. Namaste.
It sounds like it, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Oh.
All right. So this movie starts off with us meeting Dirty D. Dirty to the dirt. Mr. Dirty D. What do you think, Dirty D?
Dirty Dan. I'm Dirty Dan.
Oh my God, yeah, it does remind me of like SpongeBob with the Dirty Dan, right?
No, I'm Dirty Dan.
Oh my gosh. All right, so we meet Dirty D, who...
Can we say Dirty Dan?
Dirty D. It's the black version. We gotta say Dirty D.
Okay, I'll say Dirty Dan.
Dirty D.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You say, yeah, you can say Dirty Dan. That's fine. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So basically, this first scene is basically just to set up Pootie Tang and his belt. Let's just be honest. Basically, to establish Pootie Tang beating up these Dirty D. And so we see Dirty D and his dirty henchmen just have this fight, and yeah, so then we see Pootie Tang, of course, comes and stops them, and then of course we see the signature belt move, which I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I always tried to do when I was younger. I always tried to do this belt move. It was one of my things. I used to have a belt. I used to type thing going on. And yeah, but we see Pootie Tang beat up Dirty D and his fellas, and also gives him a whooping with his belt, number one. Then number two, he makes them go through a car wash.
Oh yeah.
And they become clean, like so clean that we figure out that Dirty D is wearing white, not brown. Like it was so dirty, you thought the coat and stuff was brown, but it's actually white. Humbo was looking looking sharp in that white. I ain't gonna lie, everybody's looking sharp though. Look, they look good. Even a Cadillac, or I don't know what it was. I don't think it's a Cadillac. I'm just saying the car was a Cadillac. But yeah, he was looking fresh. What you think about that first scene?
The first scene is that with the kid, they're like trying to get him to like buy cigarettes or eat fast food or something like that. And then Pootie Tang comes in the car, and then they start shooting at him, and he does the little thing with his hair.
Oh yeah. That's exactly what it is, Mill.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Look at you getting it. I'm proud of you. All right, and then we get this weird music video. What was the song, Mill? You remember the song that was in the music video? You don't remember?
Mm-mm.
It was some song with like Pootie Tang, Pootie Tang. I don't know what it was. It was some song. So you don't remember?
I have no idea.
It was some song, and it was just like Pootie. Anyway, but yeah, we get a long music video for the intro to this movie, and it was a long music video, y'all. When I say long, it was hilarious.
Hella long.
And you could tell it was done for laughs, like making fun of the music industry. But basically it was telling you that Pootie was a celebrity, and he was on a Tonight Show. He was on all these shows and stuff like that, y'all. And he was just famous. And then we get Pootie's backstory with his dad.
Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you remember what happened?
It starts off by they're sitting at the table trying to eat, and he wants some more beans, and then he reaches for it. Then his dad takes the bag and slap him. Was like, ask your mama before you dig it. And then he says whatever he says.
Shabakai, Shabatow, Shabadadabachow, Shabatow, Shabate, Shabato, Shabate. Anyway.
And then the mom was like, yes, you may, Pootie.
That daddy is the one that like had the belt at first.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention his dad, played by Chris Rock. Crazy. And Chris Rock also plays one of the friends that he hangs out with. Craziness, y'all.
Isn't like his best friend or something?
Yeah. Well, part of the gang, part of the crew. But anyway, yeah. And we find out basically Pootie was a player back when he was a little kid too. Had grown women crying.
Talking about, get out of here, Pootie. I never want to see you again, Pootie. Pootie, don't leave.
Not the Pootie don't leave. But for real though, that was like, Pootie, don't leave me, Pootie. And it was so like,
like, be for real. You throwing all his stuff out and then you tell him not to leave.
Right? Throwing all his stuff out like.
Even threw his little toy bicycle out.
But yeah, so Pootie was a whole player back in the day. And then we found out his dad was dying. What the heck?
No, his mom died first.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So the mom dies first.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the dad gets attacked by a gorilla at work.
Oh yeah, then the dad gets attacked by a gorilla at work. And
he's on his deathbed.
That gorilla though. Like, why did dad get attacked by a gorilla? That was so hilarious.
That was so random too.
It was very random because like and then all of a sudden the dad gets attacked by a gorilla. The dad as the what happens? He's on the deathbed.
And then he tells him about the belt.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing he forgets to tell him is about the girls trying to get the belt.
Mm-hmm. And so what happens is when the dad's giving him the belt, he's like, Don't let anything come between you and the belt, Pootie. Now, I mean, who is that? That wasn't even the dad.
That was not even Chris Rock. That sounded like somebody else.
I don't know who that was. Like, I don't even know. I don't know who that was.
Do it again. I might know.
Don't let anybody come between you and the belt, Pootie. Anyway, but don't let anybody come between you and this belt, basically. And he gives Pootie the belt, and that's how Pootie gets the belt. Mm-hmm. And we fast forward, Pootie's all famous and yada yada yada.
Superstar.
He a superstar, y'all.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste, mamasa, makusa. All right. and with Pootie being a star, he's doing like PSAs for kids to eat healthy and not have guns, is it? Oh, and not smoke.
Stay in school, no smoke, no alcohol, eat healthy.
Mm-hmm. You are correct. Correctamundo.
No.
See. Okay. All right. And then, well, the powers that be, the evil people in this movie, y'all. By the way, I seen this so much as when I was little. Like seeing it again when I older, it's crazy work.
Not the crazy work.
Yeah, crazy work. And so then we get to the evil guys. They like, we gotta stop Pootie. And then we find out Dirty D's working for the evil guy. What the hell is his name? Lester? What is his name? Lecter?
Mm-hmm. Lecter.
You sure? Mm-hmm. You positive? Now she about to look it up, Lord. How about I look it up, y'all? Anyway, when she found that.
Yeah, Lecter. CEO of Lecter Corp.
I'm so done. Okay. And so they basically want Pooh to do this commercial for cereal. So kids can be eating all these sugar and sugary stuff, sugary
Frosted
cereal.
Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Reese's Pieces. Oh, that's the candy.
They have Reese's Cups.
Oh, yeah.
Peanut butter chocolate flavor. Okay. And so, yeah, the evil guys want him to do that. And so they come up with a plan. And their plan is none other than
a hookah. Mm-hmm.
Or should I say, not just any hooker.
Prostitute?
Was she a prostitute? Can I say that on you? We're going to bleep that out.
We're going to say hookah.
So, can I say? Can you say hookah?
She was a
We can't say that.
She was something.
We can't say that. Or can we? Anyway. So, yeah, that's their plan to hire this prostitute. To get
hire
close.
some lady. There you go.
To get close to Pootie. And
to get the belt.
No, wait. They don't know that yet.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself right now.
Yes, you are. They don't know that yet. And so, did I mention Biggie Shorty? Played by none other than
Wanda Sykes.
What's her name again?
Wanda Sykes. That's not her name?
Y'all, she said Wanda Sykes.
That is not her name?
No.
What's her name? That is her name. Wanda Sykes. Biggie Shorty. Wanda Sykes is her name. It literally says it right here. Biggie Shorty, Wanda Sykes. It literally says that. Is that not her name?
That's her name, but that's not how you pronounce that.
How do you pronounce it?
Wanda Sykes.
Oh, sorry, Wanda. My bad.
Wanda Sykes.
Whoopsie.
Right. Goodness gracious.
I didn't know.
Anyway, so we get a biggest shorty who really wants to get close to Pookie. Who the hell is Pookie?
Me.
Pootie. All right. So biggest shorty wants to get close to Pootie. These names though, and so, you know, she's being patient, waiting for Pootie Tang to realize she the one.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens is Biggie Shorty has a party, and we see the woman. She has a dang on name.
What's
her name
name?
is Irene.
Oh.
All right. So Irene, we see her at the party, and she gets gets one of Pootie Tang's friends. What the heck is his name in this? What's the JB Smoove's name? I can't remember his name for the life of me. But yeah, she gets him, and
Truckee.
Who?
Truckee.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Truckee.
We're just gonna say Truckee. She gets Truckee, and she starts messing with him and starts doing all this crazy stuff with him. And she gets him to spill the secret that that belt gives Pootie that belt gives Pootie Tang the power.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And so that's how they found out that the belt is Pootie's power. Possibly. And so then we get after she gets the information, she basically it's like, okay, I got everything I need. She basically starts to leave, and then Truckee runs outside. He doesn't run outside, but he tells Pootie, she knows, and then they run outside, and then of course Truckee and Pootie are outside, and these guys start to jump them or whatever. I forgot what these guys were doing, but they started jumping, trying to rob them, I guess, something like that.
No. It was some dude that was drunk.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. And then, so what happens is...
I think they try to rob him, and then that's when they start fighting. And then Pootie thinks he, like, killed him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
was just, like, drunk or high or something like that.
Mm-hmm. For real, though. He really was, though. Mm-hmm. And then Pootie thinks he killed him. Pootie like, nah. Never say Makusa. Basically, he's saying, I never killed anybody before. At least he think he's dead. He did, but the guy turns out not to be dead. And so Pootie ends up going to some store.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that's where he meets Irene.
And she ends up taking his belt. She ended up just getting the belt from
No. She works her little magic.
Oh yeah.
All that, and then she takes him home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she gives him something, and then he's all like knocked out.
Oh yeah.
And then that's how she takes the belt.
There you go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. She has Pootie's belt now.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly because she told the evil guys about the belt, and basically they were like, okay, get his belt, since we know that's what gives him his power.
Mm-hmm. His little confidence.
Mm-hmm. And so after Pootie's belt is stolen, Pootie's confidence at an all-time low. And he tells Truckee, Mama said Mbakanta Katatu. I don't even know what the hell the language. What he
gibberish.
Mm-hmm. Tippy tie, tippy tay. So basically Pootie has to leave and find himself, because Truckee tells Pootie, you need to find yourself, man. You need to get your mojo back.
Before that,
Mm-hmm.
we skipped the one where Biggie Shorty Oh yeah, after that happened, he's walking around with his pants falling down, and then
Oh, yeah.
and then Biggie Shorty sees him, and then she takes him to his apartment. Was like,
You
we
right.
can be together, and then he was like, I need to find myself,
Mm-hmm.
and then she was like, oh, I have a place in the farm or in the country where you can like
Oh,
go,
it was Biggie Shorty's place. Yeah.
Mhm. Like where you can go and find yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and then he goes to his friend Truckee.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Melly. You're so nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then so he asks Chucky to come along with him, and he does.
Mm-hmm.
And they out in the farming, clean up after the animals, making,
He was planting corn, I think.
yeah, corn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And then, so they doing all the work, or so I say Pootie's doing all the work because Chucky, he ain't feeling that much.
Nah,
bro.
he left.
Truckee leaves. Truckee leaves after a while because he wasn't feeling it. And so he's like, Pootie,
I got to go.
hope you find yourself, but I got to go. Gets a cab back to the town. And so he leaves Pootie there, and then Pootie, you see the progression of him doing all this stuff, getting better, and then we see the progression of his corn growing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get Pootie going into town, and then
Getting some gas.
mm-hmm.
And then I think he meets the sheriff and his daughter, who's like working the cash register. And then the sheriff is trying to get Pootie to fall in love with his daughter, so his daughter can finally get married.
It didn't she and didn't he say no or something like that?
Oh no, I think she didn't want to. She's like, Dad, stop.
Right.
And then he was like looking at her, and she's like,
Tippy tie, tippy tay.
mm-hmm.
All right, and then so and so after that though, the sheriff was like, go bring him a pie. And so I think she bakes him a pie, and she takes it over there.
Strawberry pie, I believe.
No, it was cherry pie.
Oh, my bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was cherry pie. And yeah, once she takes the pie over there, they start doing this nasty stuff to the pie. I don't know what it was just disgusting. They break the window, and yeah, they start. Yeah, they haven't. Yeah. All right, and so that was her first time doing it, by the way. Mm-hmm. And then so
They get married.
no, not yet. Meanwhile, Dirty D is actually in prison. And basically he's saying they make me take showers and stuff.
Oh yeah, that one clip where they had to hose him down because he didn't want to take a shower.
Right. Like he was wanted to be so dirty. He's like, man. But he got out somehow. How he get out?
Cause Lecter.
Oh yeah, Lecter gets him out. He's like, dirt. Oh my gosh. He was so too excited about that dirt, y'all. Too excited. And then
Stinky boot.
and then of course the sheriff then tells Pootie, you gotta marry my daughter since y'all did the dirty type stuff. And then like you said, he doesn't get married. So
Well, he does because the sheriff like pointed the gun at him.
yeah, he did. And so, but yeah, he was gonna go through with it until Truckee,
yeah.
I don't know, comes back and saves him. He says, Pootie, you got to come back because they're making a mockery out of you. They trying to sell these kids cereal and all that good stuff, and which they definitely were, and they had
Pootie extras.
Oh my gosh. And then they had the main booty was played by this white guy. He's a very known actor too. Forgot. But yeah, he was playing Pootie terrible blackface, y'all. It was awful. But this is just the times that this movie was made in. Like, you could not do that today. You cannot do that today. You cannot have blackface today in your movies. And this did, because homeboy had his face painted and everything, glasses, everything. And the funny part is nobody could tell that wasn't Pootie Tang. Like, really, y'all? And so Pootie goes back to stop this travesty before the fake Pootie sells these kids the cereal.
The hamburgers. Wasn't it the hamburger joint?
I believe so. I think so. But he goes back and
and Trekkie has to marry the wife. I mean, not the wife.
The sheriff's daughter.
The sheriff's daughter.
Oh, yeah, because Pootie the sheriff's like, well, she got to marry somebody.
And he was like, but once he saw, he was like, okay.
Yeah, he points a gun to homeboy. He's like, okay, I'll marry you. Okay. And Pootie goes back, beats up this fake Pootie. Well, everybody finds out that this is a fake Pootie. And since real Pootie's there, he saves the day with his belt. How the heck does he get?
No, we skipped the part.
What?
Right before he was gonna, after the wedding, Dirty Dan comes to town.
Oh, yeah.
You remember with the
Dirty
sheriff?
D. I forgot you saying Dirty Dan.
With the sheriff and Pootie. And then Dirty Dan, he has the belt, thinking that he's going to do all that Pootie does.
Oh, yeah,
so
he has the belt. And he was like...
Yeah, so they get in a fight, and then he whips it, but it doesn't do what Pootie does.
Doesn't do what Pootie does. Yeah, and then what else happens?
Pootie snatches the belt. He gets the belt back and he starts doing all his tricks, and then he wins basically. I'm dead.
So I got my belt here, y'all. I had a. So when Dirty D was doing it, it just it just went.
Basically that.
And then when Pootie was kind of like type thing, you know. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I guess Pootie was the only one that could use that belt, other than his dad, man. That's really what it was. Well, yeah, Pootie saves the day and stops the kids from eating sugary cereal, eating hamburgers, and smoking. Basically. Yeah, and Pootie's friends' names was Trekkie, Lacey, and JB.
He was Lacey.
Chris Rock. Chris Rock was in there too.
Oh yeah.
It was Chris Rock. But yeah, that is how Pootie Tang was, y'all. All right, so, goodness gracious. So Mel, after watching this movie, this is your first time watching this, right? What do you give? Well, what are your thoughts about Pootie Tang? And tell us what your rating of Pootie Tang is out of 10.
Okay, I'm going to go with my rating first.
Okay.
My rating, I will give it 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Because...
I'm shocked, though. It was that good?
Yeah, I liked it because I was really into the movie. There wasn't like... I was so into it that I didn't even get on my phone or get distracted or anything. So I liked it. It was funny. Had a little bit of action because I like action. Give me a little action.
Okay. And you said 8 out of 10?
8 out of 10.
Well. All right. So this is my childhood. This was nostalgia. This was nostalgia. Dang it, I can't say it. Y'all know what I mean. It really was nostalgia. Nostalgic. Can you say it, Mel? Nostalgia?
No.
Anyway, she said it in Pootie Tang form. But yeah, this childhood, I used to have the belt and used to tippy-tie. But the
Namaste.
Man, this movie, man, it was goofy. It didn't take itself seriously, which was the point. It's supposed to be funny and don't take yourself too seriously kind of thing, you know? And on top of that, you know, it reminded me of those old black movies back in the day, how we used to just, you know, make it look crazy when you're fighting, you know, those old school movies that black people used to make and had comedy and stuff like that. That's what Pootie Tang reminded me of, and I think that's kind of what they were going for. Meanwhile, this movie was directed by Louis C.K., who is a comedian, along with Chris Rock, who helped write it and everything. But this movie was... the fact that it doesn't take itself too seriously, you know, made me up the rating a little bit. And also, it just... the story just wasn't that great. It really wasn't. I mean, it was so simple, but yet it was funny though. And it's like very like, man, it's a cult classic. Cult classic are movies that are bad, but have a big following of people that love it. And gosh darn it, I'm one of those people. I love Pootie Tang. But man, I gotta look at it critically and I gotta give it a true rating. I told you I upped it a little bit because it's nostalgic. I give it a 5.5. Just because it's not the best movie. It's okay. It is okay. It's one of those movies you turn on and you laugh. You don't take it too seriously. You don't look at it too deep, because if you do, you'll realize it's terrible. But I give it a 5.5, y'all. But yeah, guys, that will do it. Let us know what your rating of Pootie Tang is. Do you remember this movie? What you liked about the movie? What you didn't like about the movie? Let us know, guys, down in the comments what you thought about Pootie Tang. But until then, make sure you guys check out some other videos on the channel, and also make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe for more from the channel. You got a movie suggestion in mind? Make sure you guys leave a movie suggestion in the comment section. Just remember, make sure the movie is 2 years or older, and hopefully we'll get to rewind it.